Guys, how are you doing? I'm in between videos at the moment. It's because I've been working. We are, whatever time we are, I think it's 7:15, something like that. How's your lawns looking? Any problems? Just thought I'd share this update with you so you can see how mine is progressing. So I've been watering. I'm going to just finish this off now, and we can have a little look at the lawn and see how things are going. Right, let me just get this tap. Okay, how's it going anyway? Sorted your editing software yet? Well, they did an update saying that there was a bug. So I attempted to download it, but nothing happened and the software just loaded, and so far it's playing ball. So we're just going to have to wait and see. Plus my computer is quickly getting loaded down with video files, so I need to sort that out really. But this is where we're at now. I mean, how long's it been now? What, 8 weeks? Something like that since this were bare soil. All this side, beautiful. Nice, thick, lush green. All that side was thin a couple of weeks ago. Do you know what? I said I'm probably going to be doing quite a bit of overseeding. I don't think I'm going to bother now. Because looking at it now, even this side in the shade has thickened up plenty. It really has. There's a few bits where I think the dog's had a little tiddle. She has also decided to come and use this corner, which I'm really not happy about. We've got 1, 2, 3. So I'm slightly, insert word of your choice. So that's pretty much where we're at. Now, I had an incident with my mower on Friday, so we're yet to see how that takes. But I was going up and down with the mower, and when I came back down here along this edge, the floor was quite wet for some reason. And in fact, no, I mowed it first and then I watered it, and I noticed some pools of petrol. I thought, oh my god. So I had a look at the mower, not that one, and it's left a great big oily, petrol-y deposit on the patio. So I'm waiting to see. I've just got a horrible feeling there's going to be spots going up and down where something's happened in the mower. When I inspected the mower, there was basically a lot of oil or petrol or something all over the top and coming out from underneath. Now the mower is it's a still mower, and it had a Lonsin engine on, which I wasn't happy with. There was a problem with it, so the guy swapped it for a Briggs & Stratton brand new engine, and I was happier. But a few weeks in, that's what's happened. So I think something's gone wrong with the engine, whether it's a crank or something that's split, I don't quite know. Anyway, so yeah, here we are, my lawn. I can't say any more than that. Some of this areas here, the darker green, has thickened up fantastically. It is a dark green. It's really, really dark. Look at that. Yeah. And then you come to these little yellow patches. So I'm yet to see. I've got a horrible feeling there's a couple of reasons. Stepping onto the lawn to use the washing lines. Now obviously I've took the orange fence down, but stepping on the lawns to use the washing line just goes to show, even though what I've always said, it always looks nice on the top, but underneath the roots are still shallow. So there's a few notable yellow spots. Now I'm at the point where, well, I want to see how it goes with these patches, if things get any worse with the oil, petrol. whatever's gone on the lawn. I want to see what happens in next week, because I may have to do some patching up. But moving on from that, I'm going to get a feed on and a weed killer on and just get those knocked on out of the way. And then basically it's just progression from there really, and what you'd normally do with your lawn. So I am just going to check out and see if there's any questions and comments here. I can't be on long because my battery's nearly gone, guys, sorry. So, right, Peter. The cylinder mower. No, the rotary mower, the normal sort of petrol rotary mower. It's basically, so Still in their wisdom years ago brought out a brand called Viking, and they got quite a good name for them. And now that's a Viking mower. It's an MB248, and there were 4 incarnations, which you can see there, MB248, and this is version 4. And there was a T version as well, which had drive on. Now previously I had one as a 248 and one as a 248T. Didn't like the one with drive on. Oh, I've got 5% battery left, guys. Let me see if I can get my little battery pack. So yeah, you guys are just gonna have to sit here for 1 minute. So you can look at the clouds 1 second while I go and grab my battery pack. Hi guys, I'm back. I'm so sorry about that. I wonder how many thumbs down that got. So 1 second, I'm just going to plug this in. It's just been a long day. Right. Right. Oh, thank God we've got some thumbs up. Right guys, let me get back to your comments now. I've got battery power. Okay, let's just go from where we were. Peter Powell, the cylinder mower. No, it was the rotary mower. So yeah, I was just saying, that's the Viking MB248, and then the 248T, which had a drive on as well. So you could just walk along casually and let it pull itself along. I had 2 before that, and then that one. And then they stopped the Viking brand, and they switched back to the Stihl brand, as in orange and white. So I now have a Stihl 248, and I think it's called an RM248, which is up in the shed. And that is the one. When I bought it, he said, do you want the Lonsin engine or the Briggs & Stratton? Briggs & Stratton was £75 more. I thought, I'll try the Lonsin. And it was rubbish, underpowered, never been right, and it just gave up. So I got them to put me a Briggs & Stratton engine on, and all good. But then, as I say, something's happened with the engine, it's kind of blown up. Anyway, so let me just go back to these questions. TK Skagen, hello from Seattle, Washington, USA. Hello, hello, how are you? Shall I turn this camera around? Okay, yeah, I need a shave, I need to get in the shower. So, straight in from work. I've still got to sort my van out actually. So let's look at these questions. M-Star, any advice if I have tried to bring down height on my cylinder mower from rotary. The grass seems a lot brown now. Is this temporary? What can I do to help the grass recover? There could be issues with your cylinder mower. Potentially, I don't know enough about cylinder mowers to give you accurate replies. I've only bought one, which I've used a few times. Well, I've used it a lot, but just like once a week. So I don't know enough about the mowers themselves. But if the blades aren't very sharp, what they're going to do is they're going to bend the grass over and tear it, as opposed to sort of doing a clean cut. But with any grass, if you're going from a certain height and then taking a lot off, it's going to stress the grass. So I don't know what your situation is. If you've taken too much off in one go, it's going to go brown, but it will recover. It just takes time. And correct mowing, correct nicely cut, nice sharp blades, and plenty of watering. Hey, Easy, hi. Yes, I'm good, thanks. How are you? I'm just running the treadmill of life. That's literally all I'm doing. I'm getting up, going to work, coming home, doing work, getting up, going to work. 6 days a week at the moment. Phil, good evening. How are you? I hope life's alright for you, mate. I'd leave the grass high. Where's these comments gone? Peter, I'd leave the grass high in this heat. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm still running. I'd say I'm at about 1.5 inches. What? 50 mil, something like that. Yeah. Let me turn the camera around. Okay, look. My knees aren't working. So, height-wise, what can we say? About up to my knuckle-ish, something like that. So I would say that is about 4.5, 5 centimetres, so about 45 mil. I've been on a slightly higher setting for the last couple of weeks, but I get loads and loads of these leaves coming off of the trees, and it just wasn't getting them up. So I've gone down one more setting just to try and hoover more of those up. Phil Shaw, good mate, plodding on. Yeah, that's all you can do, innit? Plod on. It's just nice to stop sometimes. It's nice to just step out of the work cycle. Hey, Easy, bit of a weird one. What do you reckon about checker trade? I don't know enough about them. I think they used to be really good. I think a lot of these companies used to be really good, but I think nowadays a lot of it's just a money grabbing exercise, and I couldn't tell you exactly what sort of responses you would get. For me, when I started gardening, I didn't bother with any of that. I just created a page on Facebook and kept updating the page, and every now and again I'd go into one of the local sort of buy and selling groups on Facebook, like things for sale in blah 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 your area, and I would just put a link to the page and maybe a little comment like gardening services available, and that's all I did for years, and it worked. It built it up, and obviously things just get bigger and better with time. What else have we got? Catch you later. Okay, TK, nice to have you here, mate. I'm going to go shortly as well. I've got to get my van sorted out. I'm just going to... So, like I say, it's not even a very good chat this evening. I've come home, and I've come from a day of treatments to tomorrow, where I'm getting some more renovation work done that's been promised, even though we've got the heat. So that's my multi-purpose compost there. We've gone through half of it. I'm just going to get my van emptied out now and get everything loaded up inside. Good job I've locked it. But, yeah. So I've just got to get everything out and get everything loaded back up in the appropriate way for tomorrow. Talking about scarifiers, this is obviously a Viking scarifier made by Stihl, and the blades rotate under there. This is a higher one and the blades are absolutely blunt. I've been out with it a few times and it's shocking, to be honest, but as shocking as it is, it's probably less shocking than my own. So that is the higher one. And I think I need a gimbal. So we've got the Holotine aerator top dresser and my own scarifier there. It's the same one, it's the Stihl Viking LB540, sorry. But again, the blade's underneath, and they should have a slight curve to them at the tip, so they can cut into the grass, but it's just rubbish. It's like running a wooden spoon through your grass and expecting it to pull some thatch out. It's just not going to happen. So, right, anyway, so I'm going to cut it short, guys. This was literally just a quick mini update. I'm happy. I don't think I need to do any overseeding. There's this one spot, but it is getting smaller there. So I may just leave it and just let it run its course. I'm not going to bother seeding this left-hand side now. It really doesn't need it. It is a slightly bit thin, but that's because of the shade. I mean, 2 weeks, it's probably thickened up 100% from what it was. So really, I think we've done well. We've not had to do any overseeding whatsoever. Yeah, I'll just have one last check for any questions, and then I'll get off. Let me have a look. Mr. Bennett, how long should we wait before I cut my lawn? It's looking good, but I have a few patches. Not sure if I need to reseed again. Thanks. I'm assuming you've done a renovation recently in the last few weeks. Generally, if you have, you want to be seeding, mowing somewhere around the 4 to 5 week mark. You will know when your grass wants cutting. You'll just know. You'll say it needs a cut. So at that point, cut it, but on a high setting with sharp blades on a dry-ish day, not wet. I have a few patches, not sure if I need to reseed again. Only you can make that decision if you think they need to be reseeded. Yeah. If there are little green shoots coming through, then by all means wait and see. If you've only done your renovation recently, then allow a little bit of time, but at this time of year things should be happening within 1 to 2 weeks. Chris, any ideas on getting rid of Mower? I think it's called Mower. Hang on, hey, easy, see you later, matey. Yeah, thank you, and we'll see you later, buddy. Right, Chris. Mower, annual meadow grass, Yorkshire fog, things like that. It's just grass. It's another type of grass. It's just a horrible looking grass when you compare it to beautiful grasses like bent grasses, and obviously my dwarf ryegrass is a beautiful grass. But fine fescues are the really small thin ones which look ornamental, and generally on lawns where people say get off the grass. To get rid, tricky with chemicals because a lot of them are banned. There's tenacity in the USA, but it is banned in the UK. So the only real answer is to dig around, dig it out, soil in, bit of seed, slight bit of topsoil, firm it down. And if you're absolutely determined on keeping it out, then this will be something you have to do quite regular. You could create a separate area where you grow some of the same grass, whether it's in a tub or it's a piece of area around the corner, something like that. You could grow some of the same grass, and every time you get some power anna or horrible grasses, dig them out and put some of the new grass in, so you've got instant replacement. Other than that, you could put Roundup on and kill them off completely, wait 2 weeks and then reseed it and top dress it. But that's going to kill the grass around it as well if you're not careful. And then you've got the waiting time with the Roundup. So personally, it's quicker to dig it out. So what else have we got? Bruce, thanks. Any advice regarding red ants? Not at the moment, unfortunately, Bruce. Turf Solve is seemingly quite good against normal ants. I've been putting it down now on a few lawns, and I've been selling it to a few customers who also have it on, put it down themselves, and it has worked effectively on normal ants, but one guy said it didn't work on red ants. However, it may just be a case of repeating it every few days until you've got the area under control. I need more testing really to say 100% how good this turf solve is. But at the moment, the only other thing you can do is put some ant bait stations down, put a spade inside the ant mound, open it, wiggle it, pour some powder down and close it without getting it on the grass. The real joker, grass looks really tasty. Come on in, thank you very much. If you're hungry, come and have a feast. It's just that them yellow bits, I want to get them sorted. They're quite deficient, aren't they? So that grass is not overly happy at the moment. But as I'm looking at it, and I've been watching it for over the last few weeks, most of the grass was like this yellow, and then it's gone really thick. Yeah, she's in there somewhere. Sorry, someone just turned up. And the darker green grass is thicker, so I think that's reached the second leaf stage, where it starts to branch out with second sort of stems. And I think this area hasn't, but it is changing all the time. So I think it's possibly just a case of wait and let this do its thing. That bit of soil may not have been as quite a good quality soil. It could be slightly more compacted with people going on it. Number of reasons. Or it may just be slightly deficient in nutrients. Remember, this has had no fertilizer on or anything yet. So I'm holding off for another while, but I'm really itching now to get a feed and weed on. So yeah, what else? M-Star 11, 011. Is the myth water deep once a week not really feasible in this mini heat wave? My grass is shorter than before, so thought, should I add extra day watering? Do you know, I have never been the most precise person when it comes to do this, do that. And I'd like to think that I probably mirror the general population. You know, if it's looking a bit dry, stick some water on. I'd rather do that. In general, the advice I give is to give your lawn around 1 inch to 1.5 inches of water a week, which is what's often sort of banded around the internet. And basically, if you're not sure what that is, just put a tuna can on your lawn and stick your hose pipe on your sprinkler and let it fill about halfway up, and then repeat that again another couple of times a week. So that's 3 times a week deeply. That would be my advice to you, but I certainly don't follow it myself. I literally just come out a few times a week and water it. Right, precious, oh so precious. Right. Right guys, I'm gonna go. Time just flies on these. I actually really enjoy doing these. It's so it's great. I don't have to do any video editing. I can just chat, ramble on, and answer your questions. So thank you for joining me, and we'll see you on the next one. Alright guys, see you soon. Woo.